But yeah, here we go. Lower bracket round 1. Once again, XiaoKK versus Yumiko in the bracket so far. What did we see? Here we go. We had XiaoKK losing an Orc Mirror very closely to Focus. That's where he has one of his best win rates in all of Warcraft. XiaoKK does. And Yumiko, he lost to Lucifer. Let's say Lucifer is very good against humans, so that's also no shame. Who will stay alive? Who will face life? We will see in a bit. Here's the game. Yumiko in the bottom left of Last Refuge. XiaoKK in the upper right. But before we go into this match, we have a strong sub-train going on here today. Shore has subscribed. Exploding Cats for 2 months. Undead makes a comeback. And yeah, he did. Destitute for 2 months as well. Love your passion about Warcraft 3. Keep it up. We will, sir. We will. Danger Wisp for 4 months. Gary Glitterer for 8 months. Almost a baby, sir. Iakea for 8 months. Always stumbling across your name, man. Make Warcraft 3 great again. Battle.net 2 integration coming soon. Hashtag believe. And Deadman on Fire. 18 months with his signature move. Hail Satan! So that's for the subs. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoy the replay packs that you get from it. And... oops, what the hell? This looks weird on my end. But, okay. As long as it's good on your end. Wait, is this zoomed in or something? This looks stretched to me.
A player's forces are under attack.
Or is it just me being weird? I don't know. But the heroes are wrong. That's better. So, XiaoKK. A few of you might not know him that well. He's always like being an amateur, good 2-on-2 player. But that's about it. He has a incredible early game and very good grunt control. He's sometimes very creative as well. But when it comes to bigger fights and bigger stages of the tournaments, he struggles a bit to find his momentum there. So let's see what he can do, and let's see how good he actually is at the moment going into GCS for the first time as a solo player. So far, no level 2 on his blade, but good inventory with gloves and circlet. And the watch awards, you can see it here. So he knows when Yumiko is approaching there. Archmage already 2.2. Boots of speed for him as well to be able to run away from that Blade Master. And we see a ring of protection here, so no trifecta with claws. But he has to be a little bit careful. I mean, there's no Mountain King, there's no Stormbolt, no Disable. But still, you can't really afford too many hits. And the Archmage is coming in. Has him revealed, and oh, Speech Scroll has to be used. Doesn't want to use the Windwalk there as well. And gets away with 50 HP. He might be in for a block. Yumiko had some weird... no, he can't cancel the healing. Yumiko had some weird early game openings. We saw Blood Mage first, we saw no Barracks plays. But so far, this looks quite standard. On the other side, XiaoKK checking 2 tier 2, almost done. On the other side, tier 2 is done already with a Mountain King, double Arcane Sanctum, no Tower Rush as the bases are too far away from each other on Last Refuge. So he's gonna play it a simple 1 base, 2 Sanctum human play, which has become the standard in Pro Warcraft. And it works quite good. I mean, since the Ascendance of Lyn last year, humans were struggling so hard to get rid of Tower Rush the Orcs anymore, because Lyn found a way somehow to break them every single time. And so I said, okay, if you break our towers, we go back to army, and maybe even later follow it up with Blizzard to catch up with the damage that you do. Orcs, of course, very dependent on the Blade Master's inventory. We don't see a single claw yet, but there it is. Trifecta completed.
A player's forces are under attack.
With gloves, circlet, and claws. On the other side, Archmage. Not level 3 yet, but will not be after this creep spot. Malicious support to speed things up. Potion of invulnerability and the boots swapped over to the Mountain King. The first sorcerers are coming out. Zorks, of course, with slow are poisoned to orcs, as they are slow already. But with that spell, they're even slower, can be chased, and you don't want to kite against the human like that, even if you have ensnare. But yeah, Shadowhunter is out. Blademaster is level 3. He is helping with the attacks, but moves the Blademaster away to give solo experience on the Shadowhunter. Roots of Keltalas, a phenomenal item for him. Plus 6 damage and attack speed and armor. This is the dream item for every Blademaster or Demon Hunter. And the Stealing Magpie is distracted by the diamonds of the Ogre Magi here. Can he get it? Can he get the experience? He's lurking in the shadows, just hoping for the kill. Yumiko should really reveal, does so. Gets the backstab on him. Stormbolt, is it enough damage? It is! And the Mountain King gets level 2 from this. Is the second big invul potion. This would have been a huge pickup for XiaoKK, as the invul potion gets rid of slow, of course, and you can't Stormbolt them there, so it's basically beast mode. Haha! Nice dodges the bolt there. And of course it's great against hero focus. So having 2 big invul potions is a very nice treat for Yumiko, trying to find some more experience, but he has Windwalk level 2 on big maps like Last Refuge. That's the standard. On smaller maps with a lot of fights, you go for Critical Strike level 2 to have more DPS in your army. But I see the reason why. Peasants moving back, only army here. Level 3 on the Archmage. Yumiko does have a good early mid game, as it seems. No level 3 Shadowhunter yet, quite far away. Tier 2 is finished, but he's only going Raider Walker, and a Wormel is in position already. At least XiaoKK plays it the way that Yumiko can't push into his base, so he's not losing burrows or anything. He's not slowed down in his production. 42 supply for the human, it's 44 for XiaoKK, so that's basically 50-50. The first Kodo Beast is there for damage enhancement of the Blademaster, who's plus 19 already. And healing wards. Very good, nice for creeping, he's using it here. Sometimes you can use it as well in fights, but it's so easy with all those range that is in the human army to kill it. They're wrong again? Oh, damn it. Okay, we have to work on a solution for that. That's better. Blademaster is in trouble. He is revealed. Is there another Stormbolt? Yes, and that's level 2. Oh boy! Invul Potion has to be used to get out of there. XiaoKK is definitely in trouble. He can't contest the spot. But he wants to. With the help of the Ogre Lord, if he bounces out a wave, that would be great, but doesn't seem like it. XiaoKK is taking this fight, gets the first priestess it seems, but where's the damage in this army? It's only the Blademaster. He's catching one break. The Kodo Beast is not even in range. Oh, he is in range, but just barely. And I think, yeah, the Orc has a really hard time. Snacks the breaker now. Only thing it can do is hero focus, but then there's this 2 big invul potions against him. Uh-oh, Mountain King in trouble though. But also he has a big invul potion, uses it now. And he forces Yumiko into a town portal, rubber band the other way around. Even this Raider stays alive, and now he can clean up this creep spot. Very nice solution for XiaoKK. I thought he would completely fall apart here after losing all the grunts, but the grunts were just used as buffer units to create some space. Warsong Battle Drums is one of the best items that he could find, as it stacks with the Kodo aura. So as you can see on the Shadowhunter, it's plus 6 already. But he has to keep the Blademaster alive. And that's what he does. Thanks to the heal ward, everything is healed up. Except this Raider. There is no mana anymore, so XiaoKK doesn't want to fight, but maybe he's forced into it. As the Stormbolt lands on the Shadowhunter, can retreat. Is there a speed scroll for him? No, there's not. Very risky situation for the Orc, and that's why Yumiko is going for an immediate counter push. He's trying to TP out, apply Spirit Link again to lower the damage. Here comes Bash, and the Blademaster survives with 9. But Yumiko pulls the trigger. XiaoKK just barely dodges the bullet here. He still has a great supply with 50. Yumiko has no vision on him, only now with an Invis Water Elemental. I really like that. Checking the army, checking the inventory and cancelling the clarity. But gives him level 4. Level 4 on the Shadow Hunter is not that impressive, but level 4 on the Blade Master is also super close by. Ancient Django of Endurance is really nice, has a nice synergy with slow. As you slow down your opponent, and you get movement speed with this. Also the Mountain King profits from the attack speed. As the more you attack, the more bashes you get, and the more control you have on this army. No tier 3, just mass casters. On the other side, no tier 3 as well. Just Raider, Walker, Kodo. Also no addition of Headhunters or anything. But the Blade Master is his mightiest weapon. He's going for Invo Potions, Heal Scrolls. As thanks to Spirit Link, everything is ticking down. There's no single target damage except the one Stormbolt that he has. But Heal Scrolls and Spirit Link, very, very nice. Slippers of Agility, giving him plus 11 agility. Swapping over the Heal Scroll to the Shadow Hunter, and that's how he is at 27 bonus damage now. And he's not even in range of the Kodo. Okay, he was 22 without the Kodo. Safe spot creep for Yumiko now. He doesn't want to venture out too far on the map. He doesn't want to be intercepted with hand snares and forced into a fight in a position where he doesn't want to be. Wind of the Wind. For the second time in this cast, we see a Wind of the Wind. Hero levels clearly in favor of XiaoKK, who has Critical Strike 2 now. And that's a minimum of like 220 Critical Strike already, if I'm doing the math correctly. Oh no, it's a 3-time multiplier, so 175. There's 3 spots on this map. It's the Merc Camp of Yumiko and the 2 Turtle spots. Turtle spot's really risky. You don't want to be caught there. And Creepjack. I really like the Invis play on Mountain Kings. Oh, Stormbolt there. But again. Oh, with the Cyclone! That could be huge. He builds a Scout Tower. I don't know if he has Reveal on them already. No, he doesn't. He has to save himself. But how? Oh, with an Invo Potion. That was a big investment. Usually you want that item in the fight. And now classic Yumiko play. With towers in the back to create safe zones to fall back into if the fight doesn't go that way. He's not upgrading this. He does have quite a bit of lumber issues there. How much mana? There's the Mana Potion, 2 Heal Scrolls. The inventory for XiaoKK is great. There's a good blocker line from the breakers. One of the Wind being used. Disarms the Blade Master for quite a bit. Stormbolt, that was a little overshoot on damage. Level 4 on the Mountain King. The tower is upgrading now, so how long can he stay in this position? Breakers are falling a bit. Blade Master's doing a good job. Do we have another Wind of the Winds? Yes, that was the last one. But dispelled. There was a lot of mana drained from those Spirit Walkers. There's not much Spirit Link available on this. The blocker line is not existent anymore. It's just a passage where they have to go through. The Kodo Beast is way too far up front. Shadow Hunter can save her for now, but not anymore. Nicely done. Get rid of the bonus damage from the aura. And it looks like Yumiko has a way better fight in this. The tower is about to compare close to completion. And there we go. This does not look good. He has to rely on the sword of the Blade Master. But with slow, the DPS is lowered so hard. Heal Wave being used, 2 healed scrolls being used, or 1 healed scroll being used already. The Mountain King is creating a lot of control for Yumiko there. No mana anymore on the Blade Master. Well, he's close to 5, 225, 222! The critical strikes are coming in to help him out there a bit. And he gets the kills to get to level 5, as it seems, double level up. And that's a massive power spike for the Orc army. But speaking of the Orc army, what is left? Heal Wave coming in a little too late. Gets another Walker, 2 more Raiders coming in. He gets an Ensnare on the Mountain King, but a little too late. Blade Master can't follow without mana. Gets another Grunt with this. And 53 supply. Again, the comeback of XiaoKK was nice, but was it enough, is the question here. We don't have Blizzard. The Water Elemental is still standing strong. There's not much Dispel in the army of XiaoKK. He's trying to... Oh boy, he's going for the Blade Master. Sorry, I have to abandon my train of thought there. Blade Master, if he catches one more Stormbolt, but there's no mana, but there will be, thanks to Brilliance Aura. Blade Master's getting so many kills at the moment. Trying to go for the hero kill again, triggers the Invul Potion. Yeah, there's not much dispel, I wanted to say, in this army. Back to 40 he is. I would love to see a shop from Yumiko, but he's just crawling forward. 3 raiders. I like how XiaoKK pulled back a bit to end snare and then attack again to get these 1, 2, 3 units. Catches them out of position and executes them to gather some experience for level 5. Even going for watchtowers now. Which, if an Archmage attacks, cannot come up, but it definitely looks like... there's no TP, there's no Invo Potion. He might save them with Invis, but there is the spell, and he's going for the Archmage, and Invo Potion being transferred there to save him last second. That would have been the start of the demise for Yumiko. He can't overextend here because the End Snare Hex and Blade Master combo is just that strong. No Lumber Mill for Yumi, so it's only Arcane Towers in this game. The siege goes on for quite a bit. He is so close to level 3 water elementals. But at the moment he's just sacrificing them. The shop is still up and I like that placement of XiaoKK. Not building it here, not right in the face where it can be attacked. No, the farthest in the back we can go for. XiaoKK with a little Hail Mary trying to go for the Archmage again to keep him away from level 5, but I don't think that's going to work. The blocker line with so many breakers is established, burning the mana there. Oh boy, he's trying to go for a hero kill, but it's not looking good. He's right next to the shop. He does have some gold. If the crits come in, no, there's another Invo Potion. Yumiko always with the right items at the right places. I really like that. But here we go again. He can trade favorably as it seems. Speed scroll engagement, but what a nice block from the breakers, protecting the so important Mountain King from the Blade Master's sword. It's a long sword, but you can't go through the shields of breakers with that. 4 raiders, 4 end snares. Still no level 5. XiaoKK playing this so patiently with an underwhelming army that is 10 supply down. He's still getting the openings in the fight and still getting the kills to get closer and closer to level 6. We have a mana potion on the Shadow Hunter, healing from priests, and the Brilliance Aura is of course working in favor of the casts in general. He can go to the shop at the moment. No TP, no invul. And the towers don't really attack anything, and also the damage is very low. And XiaoKK has created a position where Yumiko cannot dive into that position. There's a shop where he can get healing. There's a watchtower that supports him. There's also the burrows that support him. And Yumiko can't do anything. I mean, if he loses the altar, whatever. He doesn't care about that. And in the meantime, XiaoKK is back at 50 supply. I don't know if Yumiko is breaking. At the moment, he's banking a lot to get a few more items, as it seems. Sentry Ward, also nice addition to think of this Witch Doctor to detect invisible units that could scout. Meantime, still no tier 3. He's not breaking at all. Also not going for an expansion. The next Kodo Beast is slightly out of position, but he can micro him through the back door to his army. And then he has double damage aura again with the Warsong Battle Drums. And the War Drums. Mountain King, full mana, Archmage, 2 Water Elementals. I think at this point, Blizzard is a must. Especially if you bank on 1,000 gold. He got 2 involts, so hero focus is not an option at this point for XiaoKK. Even if he loses the barracks, I still think that's not the biggest point. Because the grunts, they just melt. And I'm surprised that the young XiaoKK is not falling for this. But plays it very calm. And very conservative. Not attacking, not bouncing his head against the walls. And finally, Yumiko is fighting the time for level 5.
A player's forces are under siege.
that gives XiaoKK a little bit of time to clean this up. And especially now. This must be Blizzard time, right? Am I wrong on this? He's not getting level 5, by the way. But this is. So, give me a flute, and we have all 3 damage auras possible. Not on one side. But Robe of the Magi is also very, very good. For an additional Stormbolt, or more attack damage and more mana on the Archmage. Shadowhunter, again with a potion of mana. There is heal scrolls available, but no invul potion. That's what he's looking for.
A player's forces are
the main gold mine is empty. And all of a sudden, XiaoKK seems to be the aggressor. He has 1/1 upgrades on his unit, which is really, really rare. 0/0, of course, because there is no blacksmith. Yumiko at 66 supply, 55 on the orc side, but we do have a blade master that is half an army himself. And now he has an invul potion. This is gonna be one interesting fight, boys. We have no TP, no heal scroll on the human side. A lot of peons that he can work with as buffer units, but of course, that's a feat as well. For more experience. And here we go, XiaoKK with Sentry Ward, so Invisible won't save him, but the blocker line is very well established. He's building a little sandwich here, and haha, catches the reinforcement militias. He's pulling everything. Call to arms used, and all the peons in the world are fighting here as well. Can the Blade Master save this fight on his own, or is the human alliance strong enough? We're gonna see about that. The Raiders have to retreat a little bit while the Blade Master is crawling closer and closer to level 6, but the Stormbolt hits him hard! Shadow Wave, Heal Wave is there from the Shadowhunter. Still 256 critical strikes, dashing them out. Kodo Beast has not eaten yet, but they can't find the surface area for that. Mountain King still with a hell of a lot of Stormbolts, executes the next Raider, and XiaoKK seems to be falling apart a bit, but again, the Blade Master is trading favorably. Next Heal Wave is coming in. The Clarity has been used wisely as nothing can attack him, and that's level 6. Will we see the Blade Storm or not? It costs a lot of mana, which is burned. He swaps over the potion, and here we go! Blade Storm! Oh my god, this damage is so sick! Look at the Blade Master go! He's even trying to go for the Mountain King. Now it's over. Shadowhunter is surrounded though. Can he heal himself? Doesn't look like it. No, second hero dead. But can he get the counter kill on the Mountain King? It absolutely looks like it. No! Dashes down his Stormbolt, and Yumiko gets double level 6 as well. Avatar being used, and XiaoKK completely falls apart, winning him the game here. Blade Storm was fantastic, but Yumiko survives it, weathers the storm, and wins the game. Holy shit, what an end fight this was. Very, very promising first map of both players here. Lots of action, very good hero levels. And XiaoKK, man, he was trapped in his base for so long. Yumiko with map control the entire time. And both players not overextending. The main gold mines were empty. It was all culminating to this one big fight. And then the 10 supply that Yumiko brought more into this fight were enough. The breakers had the blocker line established for quite a while. So the breakers couldn't eat through. And even the Blade Storm wasn't enough. But hell, that was a good ultimate there. So XiaoKK, he can hang with Yumiko as it seems, but as a more experienced player, just plays it a little bit better. This tiny nook that he had ahead of him. I think with Blizzard this would have been a way easier game, but Yumiko doesn't seem to agree. But this gets me excited for the upcoming, hopefully, 2 maps. Yumiko taking the lead here. XiaoKK facing elimination. If he loses the next map, which is Ancient Isles, he is gonna be eliminated from this very tournament. Yeah, I see you arguing that if he doesn't transfer the mana potion to the Blade Master. He has 2 more heal waves. And maybe if the Blade Master is alive for longer, he wins the game. But what a nice reaction it was from Yumiko to see, okay, the Blade Master is the focus. He's moving him. So the Shadow Hunter is out of position. I can surround him and kill him off. Very, very good Mountain King decisions and control. Thank you, Nebu HSV, for 15 months already. More and more subs coming in here. And yeah, we are determining the opponent of life, as this is the bracket so far. Lucifer will play WFZ. This is wrong, it's a little bug. But life is waiting for the winner of XiaoKK and Yumiko, and XiaoKK definitely has to come back into this series if he wants to have a shot, and if he wants to prove that his qualifier run at GCS wasn't just a fluke, and that he deserves the spot amongst the best 16 players in the world. His stats, though, they look horrible. And Yumiko, he wants to make up for a lot of disappointments that he put his fans throughout 2017. It's once again not the year of Yumiko. It was a little bit like, he had his ups recently-ish, but then as high as he got, the lower he fell. Once again didn't qualify. The former vice champion of the world can't qualify for anything big anymore, or drops in group stages. But maybe Bamboo Cup is his thing. As we load into map number 2, as I said, it's Ancient Isles. And another brilliant example of human versus orc. It's gonna be a way different game. Because Last Refuge is one of the best Blade Master maps. XiaoKK was quite lucky with what he had in his inventory. So, can he do it again? Can he make the map as close as the first one was? We're gonna see about that. Here we go! XiaoKK again in red, spawning in the bottom right of AI. And in the upper left we have Yumiko with a 1-0 lead. Again, he's opening with Alta and Barracks, so no fancy, no Barracks tech, which would be the fastest you can do. On the other side, this looks very much like one burrow tech, so no surprises there as well. Almost 1,600 viewers for this already. Very, very nice to see that. Welcome to all of you. Will you cast NWC3L finals instead of Jera Cup? We will continue to cast Bamboo Cup, our 2 series after this. Then we go into Jera Cup, and then we go into NWC3L finals. So a lot of Warcraft here for you today. And of course, we're gonna talk about BlizzCon. Once we get a break, we can talk about BlizzCon a bit. Since I have a lot of stuff to say about it. So, Blade Master first. Okay, a few more questions. Why aren't you casting Africa Warcraft League? Because Africa is only allowing casts on Africa TV. We have a contract with Twitch that doesn't allow us to cast on any other video stream platform, and so we are not allowed to cast AWL. That's how easy it is. Blade Master starts with the obvious Ogre Magi creep. It is a 1-burrow tech, by the way, with a late shop as well, so a very fast tech. Claws of Attack, it starts really well. Remo argues that this can be a good Blade Master map. I don't think that's possible. I mean, it is possible. It's very rare to see that. Yumiko again with an interesting creep route, starting at the Overseer here. To have this one for his second hero. Tier 2 tech from him as well. It is, of course, slightly behind, but wow, it's almost at the same time as the Orc tech. That's really good for Yumiko. Level 2 there. No boots, just circlet. You got a Tome of Agility as well? Oh, that's nice. XiaoKK definitely a little lucky here. And I wonder if it's a tower push this time. This map is a lot smaller, but we don't see a lumber mill. The amount of footmen, 3,
forces are under attack.
Won't indicate it as well. So it really seems to be the case that Yumiko plays its standard 1 base again. And with a Mountain King like the one we saw on LR. Why is there no Archmage? Oh no, it's not.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, yeah. Seems to be a little bug here. Can't do too much about it at the moment. Maybe it'll fix itself. Oh, I always talk about XiaoKK's good grunt control in the early. That was almost the surround. If I restart this tool, maybe it will help.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay. Restart the hero tool. Maybe the Archmage will appear, maybe not. We'll see. Settle on the second, and a great timing for Yumiko to cancel this Beastery. He does have a good amount of footmen. Oh, he's going for the Lodge. Lodge seems to be more important. Yep. And where's the Blade Master? He is so far away from everything.
A player's forces
Gets a little kill here, but this is the way more important one. The Lodge is gone. It's good that he kept the Beastery alive, but the purpose of the early tech is to get ready for the human push as fast as possible. And without Spirit Link and without Dispel, this is not really possible. Oh, Blade Master with 2 claws goes into another Windwalk. We do have boots on the Archmage, so he might be able to run away. The speed scroll is almost over. Has another Windwalk, though he needs to block him. Doesn't. Oh boy, forces the TP. Here's the Mountain King to the rescue. Is there a shop? There's no shop. Oh no. This is not good at all. This Archmage will be down forever, but he surrounds the Blade Master. Oh, there's Windwalk now. I thought he's still out of mana, but he's not.
A player's forces
so yeah,
are under attack.
You are stuck in that base, my friend, forever. He's forced into Priests first to heal that Archmage up. He's forced into Hack and Slaying up the base to have an exit. And this opens up the map for XiaoKK so much. It's crazy. Okay. Yeah, somehow this tool doesn't like 2 heroes here this time. I don't know. Still an early stage of development, I think. But at least this is better than nothing, right? This inventory again. 2 claws, 2 circlets. Still 2 boots of Kel'Thalas on this map. Still 2 claws plus 9 on this map. This could be a great MK later on. Blade Master later. Get some Arc. Never bad against an MK. I don't know if he wants to keep it though. Not the most effective item that we could get. Health Stone would have been better, for example. Mana Stone would have been the best. Hand of the Wind also nice. Archmage gets up to level 2.6. Or close to level 3 even. Close to level 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
And only now is the Adept upgrade started, after 8 minutes into the game. Ugh. That's late. But the Shadowhunter gets a lot of levels. He's gonna be level 3 after this. And a good item. Subi Mask or Boots would be the best, I guess. Master luring around, sees okay. Mountain King level 2. Again a Boots of Keltalas. This is plus 22 damage. And there's gonna be a Kodo for sure. This time there's no battle drums on this map, so that's good. Yumiko with the first Berserker to speed up this creep a bit. Also 2 Water Elementals invested into this. Scourge Bone Chimes, this is one for the shop. This would have been, of course, great for the human again. Does he have Pillage, is the question. Nope. Is he researching it? Nope. Could have gotten a little bit of gold out of this attack. Oh, Blade Master Focus Style. Stealing. Well, not really stealing, but getting the second big consumable. Distracting here with the army and creeping this. I really like that move. And gets another Ankh of Reincarnation, so both heroes will rise from the dead if they are killed by Stormbolts. I like that mid-game by XiaoKK. 60s food already. Level 3 and level 3. Plus a heal scroll on the other side. He's lacking levels for sure. Does have an Invo potion, but that's about it. Ring of Regeneration, if you have Priest, you don't really need that item anymore. It's decent, but it's very good for a Blade Master who's away from his army. But that's about it. In the early game, I really like it. And despite this early tier 2 attack, which should have given Yumiko a big lead, XiaoKK is the one dictating the pace here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Whoa. 1 base tier 3? What the fuck? I mean... This is so unusual. He's towering up his own base because he's so afraid of what's to come for the Orc. And XiaoKK has to realize this and either expand or go tier 3 himself. He can't... If these towers come up, he can't break it anymore. Because Yumiko can hide behind them. This doesn't work. He sees it now. What the fuck, Yumiko, you weird SOB. Here we go, going for the Archmage. There's an Invo Potion, has to use it soon. There's not a single healing item on the Mountain King. There's a lot of militia, a lot of footmen still involved. Blade Master double level up with him and the Shadowhunter, and he's getting rid of the towers, at least the first one. They are about to be completed, but one comes through. That will help, but oh, the Shadowhunter was in range, a little bit of mana burn, but nice repositioning. The blocker line for Yumiko is huge. Can he hack through that with critical strike level 2 now? That's the question. No mana anymore on the Shadowhunter, so I don't think he should fight this. But it seems like he's comfortable with it. 51 versus 59, and of course he's crippling the economy of Yumiko since so many workers were used in this defense. And look at the corpses everywhere, man. Blade Master got at least half a level. Archmage and Mountain King still far away from their important levels. And he's just hacking and slaying everything that is close to his weapons. Going for the Archmage now. 200 critical strike. And that's the Invo Potion for now. Oh, the Shadowhunter got some mana back. Provides the heal wave. And the Raiders will find the caster soon. Going for the Archmage again. This time there's Hacks. Critical strike again. And if that Archmage dies, that's the end for him. He used the potion already. I think it's on cooldown now. Archmage. Oh, Invis, but it's not enough. Level 5 for him. Brilliance Aura gone. Water Elemental's gone. Ancient Isle's gone as we tie up the series 1-1. And XiaoKK comes back. And I was so wrong on this. Oh, well, actually, yeah, well, kind of. I said, if the towers come through, he's dead. Because you can defend it that easy if the towers come up. The towers didn't come up. XiaoKK found this tiny little window that he has. Because, of course, Yumiko was investing heavily into the tier 3 tech with the towers. And I thought, okay, XiaoKK, if you don't scout it quickly, you have to react like this or that way. But he scouted it immediately. He had a good force, 10 supply lead, good mana, good heroes, great damage on the Blade Master. And he was able to do it. And like that he's so fast in realizing that. That's pretty impressive. Last map's gonna be Amazonia. To decide who's gonna face life. And we have another donation here today. Thank you, Tartarik, I think? 10 euros. Is there a better Sunday when watching Back to Warcraft and see the cutest casters having much fun while casting? I love to see you casting with such enthusiasm and pleasure. Thank you so much for sweetening our Sunday, Acid. Oh, man! That's a nice comment, man. Thank you very much. I do have a lot of fun today. After 2 weeks of not casting, this feels like coming home after a long journey. And Mostar has subscribed for 11 months. Boom! 11 months. Looking forward to GCS. I think we're all looking forward to GCS. Especially Group C. Like, mark it into your calendars that Wednesday, November 15 is gonna be one of the best days for Warcraft throughout the entire year. We have a GCS group with Moon, TH, Foggy, and WFZ. That is fucking surreal. In a group stage. This could be like the top 4 of a tournament, especially with Foggy and Shanghai always playing that good. But yeah. That's gonna be a treat. We go into the GCS groups later as well. We have a lot to discuss here. So, map 3 of XiaoKK versus Yumiko coming up. As I said, it is AZ. And so far, I think all the games were quite entertaining, or is it just me being so happy to be back? I don't know. But so far, I have a lot of fun casting this. And with that being said, no further ado, here is the decision for you. I need to grab some water real quick, but you won't miss anything. Be right back. Here I am. Well, we are on map 3. The decision in the lower bracket. We said goodbye to Remind already. One of those 2 players will join him in the exile. Benched from Bamboo PandaTV Cup. I started to be a big fan of XiaoKK. Not a big fan, but I started to like this guy in 2014 when I saw some crazy grunt surrounds. That, oh boy, this guy is playing almost as good as Fly until the mid game. But he never had a big breakthrough. He never qualified for a big tournament until now. And I really hope that he will continue to play like this. Archmage first, Blade Master first, no surprise here. The Chinese, I think, never play fast here. Some Koreans do, some Europeans do. But the Chinese, not the most creative players. Except TH, of course, and 120. From time to time, at least. Gloves of Haste for him. Archmage on the other side going for the shop creep. That's like Romantic does it. To keep the bottom to him. And it's not that easy to predict him there. Replenishment potion for the Archmage, which is nice against the Blade Master. Circlet for him as well, of course. Town Portal sold. No boots ready yet. But level 2 on the Archmage, uncontested, and XiaoKK is scouting in the wrong direction. Doesn't see anything down here. And if Yumiko is good, he gets us around. But he's not interested in that. Oh, he wants to go for the burrows. They are quite protected. But especially this one could be easy to cancel. Now he attacks the grunt. I don't really get that. Oh, nice reveal. Windwalk a little too late. With 4-5 footmen and water elementals against one grunt. I don't know. Second water elemental is coming in a bit. He prioritizes pressure over a level 3 Archmage, which is really weird. He's creeping this with Militia now to get closer to level 3. Has to retract though. Once again, Blade Master scouting in the wrong direction. But with that Militia creep, he does get a lot of experience. He can go for the Murlocs as well. That could be level 3 for him. I'm not entirely sure.
A player's forces are under attack.
We'll see about that. Loses a footman here, but the Blade Master is so far away from critical strike that it doesn't really matter. 3 grunts now though, and that's usually the sign, okay, I can't do too much anymore here. But he's forcing a lot of resources into these items. Second heal self. But he didn't accomplish too much. Oh, what? He doesn't have resources for bestiary? How did that happen? He reveals the Blade Master next to the rock golems. They're not attacking. Why? What happened that he doesn't have resources for this? Only now, quite late. And Yumiko finishing up his tech now, a little bit later. But what can XiaoKK do with this? Almost nothing. With his tech advantage, I mean. The Blade Master is still level 1. He couldn't creep too much, like one spot. And the Archmage is free to go to level 3. I think Yumiko is in a very, very good position. XiaoKK might need some Berserkers even to make up for the damage that the Blade Master lacks. Also, he has to creep with the Shadow Hunter because he can't do anything with the Blade Master alone. Yeah, exactly. This time a Belt of Giant Strength, not what he wants. Yeah, with a level 1 Blade Master, with only level 1 Windwalk. Even on a small map like AZ, you can't scout everything. Archmage, I don't know if he has to creep this now. Maybe you should apply a lot more pressure to the main base with level 2 water elements until the Mountain King is there to not steal it away from him, but, you know. Normal coming. This could be the first big fight. It's 2-1 heroes against 3-1. This is such a massive advantage. We do have a speed scroll to get out of there. Mountain King coming only now, though. With a Stormbolt, this could have been dangerous. Now it's not. So this is the creeping the Mountain King needs. Oh my god, he pulls the Sasquatch. I thought this was on purpose. Like, if he gets the Sasquatch surrounded here, that would be so good for him. That's a great position. He gets the rest of it, though. Super nice. Haven't seen that before. Okay, now he gets it. This is so secure. Usually if you creep here, you can be backstabbed from all those sides. But if you pull them here, you always see what's in front of you. And so it's not that risky. Reveal being used. And zip. Damn, that's... I don't know. XiaoKK struggles to find levels here. He used all the safe spots that are the Murlocs. Okay, he's going for it now. Will it be level 3? No, right? It's not enough. No, not at all. And Yumiko's army is growing. 44 food now. Dispel upgrade for the priests. Has it now. And not for the sorcerers yet, but I'm sure it will come, as he loves to play with his Invis units.
Players' forces are under attack.
We did find another Slippers. But this is the first time the Blade Master is not overwhelming. To be fair, both heroes are really underwhelming. Sweet spot here. Potion of Greater Healing. Is no Potion of Greater Mana or an Invo. So let's see.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yumiko is calling militia already. Either red spot or fight. Does he feel comfortable? 48 supply versus 49. But the hero levels are speaking in favor of the human. Close to level 4 he is. And he's getting the Enforcer. That's level 5. Ooh, that lightning shield could have been a lot worse. Now this is XiaoKK's time to go into this. With a speed scroll would have been way better. But he slows him down with a bolt. Robe of the Magi again. Level 4, TP out. Well done by Yumiko. Losing one sorceress, getting a big chunk of experience, stealing this camp from XiaoKK's side of the map. And getting the big item. That was quite nice. At least the Shadow Hunter is 3, but so is the Mountain King. And the big weakness is this Blade Master. That was his ultimate weapon in game 1 and 2. And now he's just underwhelming. Here we go. Open battlefield. Usually that's what the Orc wants. Where are the Raiders though? Like seriously. Where the fuck? He only has 2 Raiders. They were slowed. So no control in this army as of yet. Okay, now they're coming in with their nets. But this looks really good for Yumiko. Snacks the Sorceress and gets away with it. Yep. Blade Master finally level 3. You should go for critical strike level 2 as he doesn't need that much Windwalk anymore. Heal wave rattling through, but this looks like an easy kill for Yumi. 52, another grunt dies. Trades it for a breaker though. Doesn't look like crit level 2 to be honest, but maybe it is. Oh yeah, 166 it is. He's going for the Mountain King who has nothing. Invo Potion can be swapped. Yeah, he does it now. And he's going right onto the Blade Master. He catches the heal wave, but that was it. Bash again. But in Windwalk, he's able to get out. Is there mana? He used the Clarity. Oh, being cancelled by the Shadow Hunter. I really like that play by XiaoKK. But it's 44 versus 42. It's way more open than I thought it would be. Where's The Militia is over. Oh, he's going for the Shadow Hunter again. That was what decided game 1, and this is history repeating. Shadow Hunter dead. Blade Master not interfering. He went for 2 heal scrolls. Stormbolt again. This is almost an exact replication of last Refuse, but maybe with another ending this time. If he gets a few more crits, he has to rely on them. But no, he just walks away with the MK. Is it enough though? Yes, it is. But 2 heroes killed. That's too much. And XiaoKK taps out. Yumiko versus Life in lower bracket round 2. Damn! That was just not the right timing to fight. This time, Yumiko with a lot of more pressure early on. This time, Yumiko with way better creeping early on. And XiaoKK this time a little too impatient. Following Yumiko back into the space. I mean, yeah, a lot of stuff was hurt, but you don't want to fight there next to the human base if there's militia support and etc, etc. But we have our lower bracket round 2. That's gonna be our next game here. WFZ versus Lucifer in an undead mirror, as well as a great human versus night elf, which is one of my favorite matchups, with Yumiko versus Life. And human versus night elf with Yumiko is always entertaining. We have another sub here that is Mini Gumbo for 13 months, more than 1 year. Keep it going, guys. We will, Mini Gumbo. We will. And we sent you into a small little break, and then we're gonna be right back. PandaTV Bamboo Cup, lower bracket round 2. We said goodbye to 2 players. We will say goodbye to 2 more and cut down to 4. Will you stay with us? I hope so. Undead action coming up. WFC versus Lucifer.